Junior Radio.
John RFM, we're there with you next Wednesday. You know, a while ago, I drive come and little out, like, I wish family there. Little out, like, I come to Port Maria a while ago and me just realized that the jet lag thing catch me, you know. Yeah, it's like, I know the road, you know, because I drive, and my eyes closed, you know, but it's like a intuition thing where say, alright. But that's when they go around this or come around this, so because I drive, but it's so much time. But it's like the jet lag catch me, you know. So you know me, I tell the people them now. One, me don't want a big boats to tour man call me and give me no problem tonight, you know, Rasta. You understand? Just angle me soft. Trust me. I don't want no pressure here tonight. That is one. Two, the program was sweet, but me going to some mood there where you understand what I say. So when you fly 17 hours and wait a couple hours in a plane, you know, I mean like 4 airport, you know, change a plane in a different time zone, 4 time zone, you know, say your equilibrium no equal in a certain way. But I want to tell the people them, so we give thanks. We want to give thanks to RFM and Zion FM for really accommodate such a wonderful event. Because the day after, the Thursday after, a lot of people was talking, you know, about what we did, and a lot of people was listening. So we really give thanks for that. That was one of the highlights of the festival to be broadcasting from there. But the concert itself was wonderful, man. It's 4 days of pure reggae music. I mean, reggae you have artists from all over Africa just converge from this place in a Cote d'Ivoire with Jamaican artists, Morgan Heritage, Third World, myself, Marcia and Judy, Kimani Mali were the contingents from Jamaica, and it was, may I tell you, it was sweet. I think never going to have it next year again. But the bridging who really want stand out in the media right now, I don't know, maybe a little more when as the program go on, maybe call other people name, but it's Delray right now. It's Delray. Who don't know Delray from Juice TV? Me have to big him up. Rasta. Trust me. You know Delray? You know him personally. Delray make the thing. The connection we have between Delray and Samantha down here, so Delray and whosoever the engineer them was wonderful, man. The man have him a WhatsApp them call it. The WhatsApp thing in the studio there, and every minute him give me information from Samantha, and we get I tell you, man, the technology is serious, man. But yeah, Delray was surprised. Me love that, and it worked. I will feel good about it. I will come back here so now in the whole heap this and that. Me I tell you, man. You know, it's like in the heaven and God through, you know, like you're Lucifer. It's like me Lucifer, you know, but they are everyone quite alright. And then God just threw me down here, so I've just become a bad angel. Correct, he's a bad angel, you know. He's a bad angel, you know why? You know why? Because it comes like they want to crucify the little youth, them critics. And we don't like that, you know. We don't like that with them, you know. No crucifixion now, go on there, so, you know. Believe you me, because we don't take the crucifixion already. So when I intend to make no more crucifixion at me, so. We take crucifixion, the most of time me rise from the dead. Enough time, you know, me rise from the dead, you know. I'm still there, so I got through said way. So I don't want a little you just come up here now and I raise up certain little thinking. Because all the while people are talking about artists just have make music and them not involved in nothing. See the youth are get socially conscious and now want to move from out of the music and I deal with certain issues. People are talking about it's not what him says, how him say. It's not what him says, how him say it, how him say it. The man have quote something where American government say long time. You understand? So it's not going like to never know say. the American administration say that it would be a waste of time to deal with this exoneration here because it happens so long. We are talking to Julius Garvey, which is Marcus Garvey's son. And the things that Marcus Garvey's son said to us, it worse than what you would say. You understand? And Marcus Garvey living in America. I mean, sorry, not Marcus Garvey. Julius Garvey living in America. So, don't come go like so, no one come make the thing look like the wickedest thing whenever I hear somebody say. Because we need the hype of Obama. Obama come in and everybody get captivated. You know, see it. Oh, he's so charismatic and he's so this and that. Everybody get captivated for 9 days. After that, now them go back to them normal programming. Cause them get programmed there right now. You know. You have a whole heap of youth up at university get programmed there right now. Because that is where him come to capture the youth them. To continue the imperialism of America. You know, see, because China I get too close and I take the territory. Because for those of you who don't know, you know, this is the Americas, you know. Jamaica is in the Americas. So, technically, we are Americans. We live in the Americas. The Caribbean island and South and Central America and North America is known as the Americas. And China come sneak in for certain little things, you know. And I hear him say, well, you know, if China is building this and building that and is not asking for anything that the government of Jamaica, the people of Jamaica cannot deal with, then you know say it's a problem. You look here, man. It's power thing of Guan, so. It's power thing of Guan. Because right now, Lego Cuba, the embargo come Cuba, we have to Lego that, you know, because nothing now work. And all them try kill, at 20 at time, them try assassinate Fidel Castro. 20 at time, them try assassinate Fidel Castro, they never work. And them I say, all right, now, watch you know, this thing now work, you know. All them embargo we put on them now work, you know, them have the best doctors. The Cuba, them have the best doctors, the best healthcare system, better than America system. All the embargo. No illiteracy, no, they are Cuba. All the embargo them put. So you want to have to do something different now. We have to infiltrate them legally and then turn the country upside down. Americanize the situation. So people who want to get captivated by American imperialism and China imperialism and European imperialism, we have to learn from history. And people without a knowledge of history, man, it's terrible. History. The face could have black little more, man. It's the system that work it. Because Obama saved America face in the first 4 years of his presidency and save America. If it wasn't Obama right now, trust me, more building would have gone down in America. It's Obama save America the first four years of his presidency. To make people look at him and say, yeah, you know, America really different. But guess what? The next 4 years is the problem. The last 4 years right here, so now. That even the people in America who did recognize him as the savior is now as they crucify him. Because they thought that he would be a different person. And then you have some little people about the place and I talk about, well, it's the first black president. One, Obama is not the first black president. That's the first thing. Obama is not the first black president. Two, Obama being a black president in a, well, I can put it another way. Obama being the king of Babylon. I don't know who are going to exonerate me, I know, because I'm going to say some things I know good or worse than what Chronic say. Obama as a black man, is the most powerful man on earth, according to what I hear. That is what them say. He's the most powerful man on earth. A black man has become the most powerful man on earth. But a black man is overseeing white supremacy. The black man in a white mask. The black man is governing a country that has no interest in the upliftment and advancement of black people, because nobody now separate nothing in America, especially Obama. Him now deal with the black people over there, so I say, it's Americans. No wrong with that, you know. No wrong with saying Americans, you know. It's when the people them now start, the black people them start look at him like him going to save them. When him have no concern of saving them. You have to fit into the American dream, the American world. That is where him there to do, you know. Him there to show black people, say, black people, watch you now. If you do have a dream, you can't have a dream come true. And you know, I did a dream about me, Barack Hussein Obama. I did a dream about. But guess what now? You see that thing that when them put in front of you, we mask the thing. We say, well, I never know how that live to see a black man in the White House. The first 4 years, that's all you could have heard, you know. The first 4 years, everybody, I say, boy, all the people who pass my years, I say, boy, you know, this is something else. I never know that you got black man could have, I would have lived to see a black man in the White House. Maybe we don't go and live to see a white woman in the White House. Because that is where it will go here for now. Can you imagine how women in the world have a feel when they realize the most powerful woman in the world is a woman? Look, the most powerful person in the world is a woman. What difference does that make? If a black man in the White House carrying out what white people intend him to do, what is the difference? That is like saying Jesus no white, Jesus black, but give the same attributes to the black Jesus like when you get to the white Jesus. All you have to do is switch around the color. Switching around the color makes no difference if it does not represent what the color is supposed to represent. I mean, I just go and worship Jesus in a white state. If you have to change him color to make you feel good. And that is all what is happening here. All what is happening is that there is a president in the world that is a black man. And black people feel good for no say a man look like them in the White House. But what is that saying for your integrity and your liberation and freedom? Are you freer? It's like the IMF. When you hear these politicians saying, we have to go to the IMF, you know, because the IMF will get us out a certain rut. I believe that, I must believe that. The IMF that is run by American imperialists and European imperialists, but the main character in the IMF is American, because every day they have to run go to Washington. I must trust the IMF. When I look on where the IMF goes to other countries, I must go trust the IMF. So I see them put a black man in power. Because them know say the people them fed up at his white face. The people them fed up at the white face. Especially like we are so what about, you know, you have Jamaican people talk about, I don't see color, you know. Lie them I tell you now. I can't take a black man who tell a black person who tell why I don't see color, you know. Everybody's human. Of course, everybody's human, but never can tell you something. The psychology, you know, is that if you see two man a box, a white man a box, two people are black, a white man and a black man, even if you don't know none of the two box of them, your instinct, your DNA is saying you want the black man to win. I don't know nobody will not say so. If two football teams are playing and one of them is white and one of them black, and you don't know the two football team them. For you see the pure black man for one team, as a black person, you want the black team to win. It's just so it go. It's a natural thing. So when a man say him not see color, I don't know what kind of madness that. If you can't love me as a black man, or you're going to love me as a human being. And then the first thing I see is a black man. Or you mean you can't see look. That's what people say. Jesus don't have no color. Then Jesus wasn't a man. If Jesus to the Christian was a man, why you going bypass him ethnicity? To tell you now, say, tell the lie where I tell. Because lie people are telling now. Say them not see color, you know. Because when them get abroad, them say, boy, it's black people. Me not like black people, you know. Because white people now do this or white. Then if you say you never see color, oh yeah, say, you should have said, me not like certain human being, you know. Most of we don't talk about we don't like certain human being. Because of the ethnicity of the person or the color of the person. So it's an illusion and a demented mind that say, me not black, me's a human being, me not white, me's a human being. Yeah, we all are human beings, man. Trust me, man. I mean, mosquito is mosquito, but you have different kind of mosquito. You have the Egyptian mosquito. You have certain mosquitoes that give you malaria, certain mosquitoes that give you all sorts of things. But one of them is mosquito. Now, me I say, Obama is the man that has pacified the African revolution, black people revolution. He has pacified it to the point where now most black people cannot see that he is there to maintain white supremacy. That is what he's there to do, maintain white supremacy. And if he's maintaining white supremacy, if not, we're going to deal with no black issue. The week before I left here, me and a brethren attack on the radio, and I say, boy, we have to give thanks to God that Obama come here now. What has, honestly, check yourself now, honestly. What has Obama done for black people? People don't like to talk about black people, them way, but we have to talk about it. What has Obama done for black people since he become president of the United States of America? What has he done for black people? And we know that whatever he does, it is done in the interest of an American imperialism. One. And we keep saying it and nobody are going like say, them no want to take me up on it, you know. It is undisputable. And we're going to play something to show you say it is undisputable. It is undisputable that George Bush, who was one of the most hated presidents I know about, everybody hate George Bush. It's like, I don't know, them hate George Bush, that's it. I mean, Obama come the right time. Obama come when people did I say, no, serious thing. This George Bush brother are going to look like him want press a button and blow up the whole world. Because it's George Bush that go into Iraq and devastate Iraq. And them say, you know, bring democracy to the people. Tell me now, since the war, because them send army in Iraq because of the two buildings them blow up. And Saddam Hussein had nothing to do with the blowing up of the two buildings them. But them going there and saying have weapons of mass destruction. Where is the weapons of mass destruction that Saddam Hussein had in Iraq that allowed America to go inside of Iraq and mash up the whole place? The ancient pillars of Babylon and Ur was destroyed by bombs sent there by a little modern country that these people never even know say in Iraq, Babylon did there. That most of the things that when them are read about in the Old Testament are in Iraq. The scenario take place. But them go out destroyed. Look on Iraq today. because Iraq is in a worse position now than when Saddam was there. Worse position than when Saddam was there. To the point where now some remnants of Saddam army form themselves into a next group now near ISIL. Because when Obama get rid of what name? Where the bad one name, where they like them problem again. Oh gosh, man, my brain not function now. See it? Alright. We still remember him name. Osama, Obama. The two names them come serious to me, Osama, Obama. Alright. Osama bin Laden was the worst thing ever come from earth. Just like how Castro was the worst thing ever come from earth. When me like a picnic, Castro was the devil, according to America. Because I'm a communist. Them used to hunt communists in America. A whole heap of youth don't know that, Them used to hunt communists in America under J. Edgar Hoover. Them used to hunt him. Alright. And given that J. Edgar Hoover was a cross-dresser and a homosexual, a bisexual, and all of these things put together, it's him put Marcus Garvey in a prison. J. Edgar Hoover. Go look for your internet or whatever you want, go Google it. But given that the remnants of Saddam Hussein, isn't it amazing that them get you that Saddam Hussein and the president come name Hussein now? The president of America come name Hussein and them get you that Saddam. Anyway, them get you that Saddam, the remnants of Saddam army form themselves in a group, and the group evolved into a group named ISIL. It's the same Saddam people, them are direct this thing, because them have the qualification in army tactics and them thing there, And the little ordinary people can't do it. You say ISIL do this or no. Alright. But these people mash up Iraq, America, between America and ISIL, mash up Iraq. And they were going to Syria now for match up Syria. Under the disguise, and not even not disguise neither, of where America say, we are bringing democracy to a country, to countries and peoples that was thousands of years before any United States of America. When Mesopotamia was governing and ruling and giving science and technology to the world, there was not near Europe, not near Greece, not near England. All of these places never exist. It's just land and some little man we are run up and down naked and in a cave and all them something there. Alright. Gaddafi. Libya had the most, what you call, educated doctors. You never pay a light bill. Them not pay a light bill in Libya. Gaddafi was now looking for the breaking down the barriers of all of the African states, because Gaddafi said white people put it there, so we must take it down. Gaddafi was in the process of changing the currency of Africa into gold. And he was now setting up a communication system that would transmit African thoughts and African ideas. And what them do now? Them kill them kill Gaddafi because them say Gaddafi was a dictator. Look at Libya today and tell me if Libya is better off now than under Muammar Gaddafi. Look at what is happening in Libya today. And look at what was happening before. Pre-ISIL and pre-America and all these things. The country was moving in a direction, even if it is not democracy, because democracy does not necessarily mean you have to have democracy all over the world. That is American imperialism and role itself, that you must govern your country like how America govern to make it be as socially accepted. That is what himself at the university, and not the same words, But you see, if you go back to listen to him say, he might talk about democracy. It's not like you're going to go into people business, but if him find, say, somebody is not doing certain things, them going to really have to fix it. So what is the fixing that is going on now today in the world? Look at all the countries them. From your little youth till now, all of the countries when we say America back, from in Central America, South America, the Sandinistas, and all the things them when we say the Shah of Iran, all of the people them that America get rid of and put a person in power, it is wickeder than the person who them get rid of. All the people, all the countries them, that from my youth, I hear, say America, the CIA go in another country there and get rid of that man there and put the next man in power. The next man, the man with them put in a power, become wickeder than the man who did there. And this is a good example is Iraq. A good example is Iraq. Now, we are saying, and I challenge anybody to tell me say no go so. Because we still talk about Bush. Bush as one of the most demonized presidents I have heard people mention. When people talk about Bush, it's like Bush, you understand? Even them wife says she's a Rasta. I tell you, that's not easy, you know. Bush wife says she's a Rasta, you know. But I'm going to play this here for you. I'm glad to me have computer, I can play things, you know. Alright, here we are, you know. Listen serious. Obama, well, not Obama, Bush, me could say Bush. Bush, America have a technology there where them call a thing named drone. D-R-O-N-E, drone. These drones is a light aircraft that is up, for instance now, them can see in a, like them did have one fly over Jamaica during, where my boy name again, Dodos. Anyway, them see in a Seattle or Vermont, or some of them places there, and operate these drones where in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Now imagine a man sitting in a Jamaica and a remote control a plane in a Hawaii. And when them target people, when them kill people, you know, the man was sitting in a Jamaica, you know, I kill people with the drone in a Hawaii. The man was sitting in a Seattle, in America, I kill people in Afghanistan, in the next side of the world, you know. That means that even if you shoot down that drone there, you know, it's much in your shoot down, you know. But see that drone there attack the lives of hundreds, dozens of people one time. Yemen, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Alright. Them set up a thing named drone, which me never know about drone until me hear about Afghanistan, where them say them a send drone going to Afghanistan. Because them no want to lose no human being, no soldier in human being, and them find the best way to kill people is not to send them troops on the ground. Because when the America can't fight war on ground, that is why them couldn't win the Vietnam War. Because when them go in Vietnam, the man them did I use them rice field for Dajina, the bush them for Dajina. So them couldn't win the war there. Them couldn't win the war in Korea neither. So what them do now, them develop a technology that themselves, them do have to put people, soldiers on the ground to do certain things. So them have some things named drone, for those of you who don't know it. A drone is an unmanned aircraft, that can devastate a town operating from America. The man sitting in America and kill people. No. George Bush used the drone for it at Osama bin Laden in a Pakistan, in a Toroboro, all of them mountain there where you look in a Pakistan. They used to have a thing named the Silk Road. The Silk Road leave from Afghanistan and go to India where them used to have a trade route. The trade route, them used to have silk and all sorts of cloth, frankincense, all sorts of nice things, oils and things. And then move from Afghanistan, go through Pakistan and then reach in India, where the trade route, them call it the Silk Road, is a trade route. Google it for me, I talk about. I'm not telling you nothing when I go so. Alright. George will send something named Joan in Afghanistan. So them will look for Taliban. The Taliban, them still there in Pakistan, you know. Them not destroy the Taliban, them destroy Osama bin Laden and people. When my boy, when Osama had killed bin Laden, you know, the American them, him ratings go way up. When him kill bin Laden. Alright. So Bush come, him set the drone and kill people. America never win nothing. Because the more them kill, is the more the people them get frustrated and vexed with America. Alright now. Obama come. Obama, the president of America, has killed more children and women with his ordering of drone strikes over Pakistan than any other president ever. That's worse than what Chronic say? Let me say it again. Me say, this is known out there, because we say we don't read other news out there. I mean, most of us don't read other news out there. The amount of people that die from drone strike ordered by the present president of America is much, much more than where the so-called George Bush, who nobody never liked, kill children and women. Man blow up all a wedding. And one man, them a look for. One man, them a look for, you know. And the man apparently, in a Yemen, he must be at the wedding. And the man, them just send a drone strike right at the wedding thing, and kill a people just to kill one man. Just to kill one man. And that is how the people them dead, you know. Them a target an individual, and the individual might find himself in a shopping area or a marketplace, and them just target him and just send the drone right in it and blow up the whole place. You think a joke me I make? You think a lie me I tell? You think it's lie me I tell? This is the black president. And I know that Hillary Clinton might be the first woman president of America. The first woman president of America. It's when people change individuals and feel them about change that system. But the system is more powerful than the individual. The individual is just there to maintain a certain kind of system. Because that is what democracy do. Now, when you come outside of a democracy, you can go against the system and become your own person. So your cultural expression can be defined outside of a system that tell you that democracy is the only way and the only thing that can survive amongst people. So them look for you and say, democracy, a government for the people, by the people, of the people. Created in Rome centuries ago. And then taken over by Britain. And then the British go into America. And then they have a civil war in America. And the American people them say, no, we don't want a British at all. We want to be a republic. They want their own kind of democracy. One of the most successful island, little than Jamaica. One of the most successful place is a place named Singapore. They will like call it poor because it's a poor island. Singapore is not even half the size of Jamaica. And it's one of the most advanced country in the world. And it's not democracy them run it by. The man was dead the other day. Him a run for about 30 years, him a rule the place. 30 years, him a rule. You have advertisement there? Yeah, alright. A 30 years him a rule the place. And how him rule it, him a rule it. Him no business when nobody wants to, him a rule it. Totalitarianism. And it has advanced to the level where America doesn't reach there yet. That little place, we name Singapore. Where people are telling about must copy Singapore. Why Jamaica must copy Singapore? Singapore have a different history and culture. We love copy too much. We copy too much. We too come forward.
Crunchers!
When we go through the paces, we are talking about how people allow themselves because of charismatic leaders to bamboozle them, especially if the leader look like you. And we know over the years that some of the wickedest oppression come by house slave. Some of the wickedest oppression come through the house slave. We feel say because him in the house where the master is, him have a certain authority that is beyond the field slave, yet still is still the master house. Him have a certain authority that is beyond the field slave, yet still is still the master house. Still the master house, you know. And one have to recognize that if a person in the master house, him better do what the master say. Better do what the master say.
Brother Cornell West is on Tampa Smiley's program, and you know that he has not been kind to the president recently, and he's got a bone to pick with the president. Now, this is on the issue of drone strikes. He's certainly right on the facts. Whether he's right on the rhetoric is a good and open question. Let's listen.
Dropping bombs on innocent people. It's been over 200 children so far. These are war crimes. I think we have to be very honest. Let us not be deceived. Nixon, Bush, Obama, they're war criminals.
R.E.F.M. Thought-provoking, always smoking. Lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.
For those of you who don't know who's talking there, esteemed Professor Cornel West. That was taped about a year, 2 years ago, when the strikes, the Obama regime was sending drones on top of drones to blow up place and bomb up place. This is a reaction by Cornel West to the drone strikes that was ordered or was permitted by the president.
Brother Cornel West is on Tampa Smiley's program, and you know that he has not been kind to the president recently, and he's got a bone to pick with the president. Now, this is on the issue of drone strikes. He's certainly right on the facts. Whether he's right on the rhetoric is a good and open question. Let's listen.
Dropping bombs on innocent people. It's been over 200 children so far. These are war crimes. I think we have to be very honest. Let us not be deceived. Nixon, Bush, Obama, they're war criminals. They have killed innocent people in the name of the struggle for freedom, but they're suspending the law, very much like Wall Street criminals. The law is suspended for them, but the law applies for the rest of us.
Yes, you know, a very interesting thing that Cornel West was one of them man where, also one of them man who was really glad to see a black president. And who can forget all of these songs that regards them sing about paint the White House black and black man in the White House and all these things. But terrorism, when we thought that Osama bin Laden's death would be the nulling of terrorist activities in the world, we see a group come now where wickeder than Osama bin Laden, wickeder. This guy named Baghdadi, we are run the ISIL people them. I mean, the man they wicked. The man they gone back in a European medieval times. For those of you who understand what we are saying, we can't bother explain everything, but there was a time in Europe where if a man catch you, And you say, you're not deal with the Pope. Them just chop off your head right this up. Or can you go in and put and burn you at stake in the center of the town? Medieval Europe. And this to them guys that they know ISIL man them, you know, them they at the medieval times. Them a try put law upon people where most of the world left the law and left the kind of life way there long time. And the two religion them are trying to manipulate and control the world. Islam and Christianity. In the name of Jesus and in the name of Allah. Them are try wanna use political power, wanna use religious power. One more subtle. Because even though them are use politics in the name of democracy, politics in the name of democracy, them are use. It's still a religious thing them I work with. And the same people them, instead of them use politics, them I use religion to try to rule the world under Islam. And the Democrats, the democratic people, them I try to rule the world under Christianity. Them I try to bring about an Armageddon according to Revelation. The problem with it, you know, is that you see black people, we so gullible, you know. When we say gullible, we're gullible, you know. May I tell you, we're gullible. Politicians can't tell you anything. And we feel happy. Like how Obama come here to know in front of the youth, them at university. All of them youth, they're supposed to feel, yes, history make, you know, them talk to the president of America. And the questions still linger. We never ask. You have a little sister, again, for those of us who follow world events, there's a little sister from Pakistan, Malala. I don't know if anybody in Jamaica, well, I never say anybody, but most Jamaicans don't hear about Malala. But Malala, a little daughter was nearly dead because them catch her and I think they shot her, you know. She nearly dead, but she survived. Because she's a defend female rights in a Pakistan. And you know, say, certain, the Muslim man them know, because them a follow Arab culture, them kind of fuse Arab culture with Islam, and then says Islam. You know, it's like Islam, don't say it, you know, because you read the Quran will tell you nothing about Arab culture, you know. But through Arabs manipulate, just like how Europe manipulate Christianity. That means when Europe give it as Christianity is where we accept. Well, same thing now with the Arab them. When the Arab give it as Islam, Muslims accept it. So you have to actually break away from the Arab culture to find Islam. You have a whole heap of groups that break away from Arab culture. Now you have like even the black Muslim them in America. The black Muslim almost break away from Arab culture to define themselves in Islam. You have some brethren in the Bafal. We recognize Sheikh Babu. Alright, we still come to him. Sheikh Amadou Bamba. Sorry, yeah, Sheikh Amadou Bamba. You have Sufis. It's a branch of Islam. And a lot of these groups, them don't follow Arab culture to define them Islam traditions. But most people use Arab culture to define Islam. And that is where the problem is. So when a man now go and say ancient cities, like with the ISIL man them do, and tear down the whole of the monuments of these ancient things, because them say it's infidels. So them don't want no representation of nothing that is not Islam to be represented. That's why them can't go in these fanatics guys, them go in Kenya the other day, in the university, and separate the Muslim them from the Christian youth them and kill the Christian people them. And we see that I go on with ISIL too. So these people, them are use religion to gain power under Islam. And the Western world, them are use democracy to gain power under Christianity. But them now come with a religious perspective, you know, even though you know so that is the underlying thing, you know. The underlying thing is religion. That is the underlying thing. Religion is giving rise to these wickedness that has been perpetuated against man and man, woman and man, man and woman, woman and woman, children. This is what them using. So we go back to Malala now, this little daughter who was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. A Nobel Peace Prize because of her efforts to deal with the issues of young girls. And while I was in Nigeria, she came to Nigeria to give support for the young girls that was kidnapped by Boko Haram. She was in Nigeria giving support for them. This little girl, teenager girl. Alright. Now, I watch and I listen to the question them where the university student them ask Obama. And I say, okay, listen to this now. Listen to this. You're not going to hear her voice because she's not fluent in English. But you will hear what this little girl brought to Obama when she was invited to the White House. Yes? This little girl was invited to the White House. And she sat in front of Obama and said, yes, 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 yes. But this is a little girl, you know, who was not scared or afraid to confront the president, the most powerful man on earth. She wasn't afraid to confront Obama about a situation in a fair country that she feels is fueling terrorism. This little girl. I know a whole heap of people that feel embarrassed, you know. If Obama did come here and certain question was asked, you know, like what the little girl asked, you know. That little girl say. Not even asked, but what she said to Obama, you know. If a Jamaican did look at Obama and say what a little girl say, oh gosh man, it's stress. So I could say if we can give you the radio announcers reading the transcript of what she said to Obama.
Malala Yousafzai, of course, the hero from Pakistan who got shot by the Taliban and survived. And the reason why she got shot, as we all know, is that she was fighting for education and women's rights and equality. And she was doing it under Sharia, which takes such gigantic balls, they would be touching the ground if they were actually on a human male. Well, recently, she actually met with President Obama. In fact, it was on Friday night. And they discussed a couple things. So while she was there, she, quote, thanked President Obama for the United States' work in supporting education in Pakistan and Afghanistan and for Syrian refugees. But she also said, I expressed my concerns that drone attacks are fueling terrorism. Innocent victims are killed in these acts, and they lead to resentment among the Pakistani people.
We have to stop it. We have to stop it there, so. Believe me, we have to stop it. Because we're going to continue, but we have to make a comment or so. A little girl, Pakistani girl, go in front of the president in the White House and say, yeah, we're glad for what you do with education. It's like when coming and say, I'll get some money for education and anything. Everybody feel good about that. Cheers and thing. And she'll talk about certain things. But the issue will concern she now and our people them. Can you imagine if a university youth did get up in the university and mention about the drone strike where Obama carry out in Pakistan and Afghanistan where kill children and women? Can you, they would expel him right away And it will be so embarrassing to Jamaica. It will be so embarrassing to Jamaica. But guess what? A little girl.
Malala Yousafzai, of course, the hero from Pakistan who got shot by the Taliban and survived. And the reason why she got shot, as we all know, is that she was fighting for education and women's rights and equality. And she was doing it under Sharia, which takes such gigantic balls, they would be touching the ground if they were actually on a human male. Well, recently, she actually met with President Obama. In fact, it was on Friday night. And they discussed a couple things. So while she was there, she, quote, thanked President Obama for the United States' work in supporting education in Pakistan and Afghanistan and for Syrian refugees. But she also said, I expressed my concerns that drone attacks are fueling terrorism. Innocent victims are killed in these acts, and they lead to resentment among the Pakistani people. If we refocus efforts on education, it will make a big impact. So do you get what happened here? She got a chance to visit the White House and talk to President Obama. And usually when people do that, they just, worship at his altar.
All right. You're the man, say. Usually when people meet Obama, like the university student, them, it's like them start worship him right away. He's so charismatic. Them start worship him. The art, I mean, maybe some people in the audience will ask him certain things and it don't, but the art driving question, when you reach in front time now, it's like a cringe. You lose that force you have, and you get passive, which is that Obama has done to black people. Really.
Will make a big impact. So do you get what happened here? She got a chance to visit the White House and talk to President Obama. And usually when people do that, they just, worship at his altar. But she kept it real. She was like, hey, man, look, thanks, and I appreciate you in this respect, and this respect, but let's have a little heart-to-heart, buddy. Here's what's going on. When you do drone strikes, you're creating more enemies. You're creating more terrorists. You are giving more power to the Taliban. So stop it. I didn't know it was possible for me to love Malala any more than I do, but I do after hearing this story. Because, look, what she's saying, it's not just an opinion or conjecture. It's factually correct. And what I mean by that is there are many investigative journalists who have written about this. They've actually gone and done the legwork and gone into these, remote villages in Pakistan and Yemen, and they've talked to people. There's been studies done on this. There was a benchmark study in 2007 where they came up with the phrase the Iraq effect. What that means is it refers to the increase in recruitment for Al-Qaeda since the invasion of Iraq. So what's happened is, because of the war on terror, there's been more terrorists created. I mean, it's the same thing as the war on drugs. The whole goal was to lower the number of people taking drugs and lower the supply. But what's happened is the supply has increased, the purity of the drugs has increased, more people are first-time users, and more people are users overall. And we wasted $1 trillion doing it. The same thing is happening with the war on terror, and specifically with drone strikes. I mean, we've killed Taliban operatives and then gone after their funerals and bombed their funerals. But the problem is at the funerals, we know that there's women and children there also. They're not all members of the Taliban, they're innocent civilians. But when you go and you kill those people, what happens? The people who survive, who might have been moderate originally and rather pro-U.S. or at least take up arms because I don't want my uncle or my aunt or my nephew to get killed in one of these drone strikes. So Malala is 100% correct. And another great part about this, I don't think that President Obama has heard this point of view from anybody. I think that the people in his administration are part of the establishment bubble. They're the heads of the NSA and the different generals and the heads of other government departments and other politicians and his chief of staff, and they naively think, well, you want to kill more terrorists, go ahead and do more drone strikes. No,
IREFM, thought-provoking, always smoking, lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.
Water lock off again on the complex.
IREFM, thought-provoking, always smoking, lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.
Youth out of Cote d'Ivoire named Ishmael Isaac. And I want to tell you this youth is a very unique youth because him is very challenged, physically challenged. But may I tell you, man, the youth bad.
We are the children of Africa.
It reminds me of Israel vibration, man. Believe you me. Come on, like a single Israel vibration. So take this. May I tell you, man, reggae, it's a reggae in Africa. It's because we get exposed to Europe in our Europe reggae, you know. Yeah, believe you me. We see some white youth, and that is really something else too, you know, where we have to deal with. We see some white youth in America take the reggae and really make some big move or fight and I sell whole heap of record. We say in Europe, them have the biggest reggae festival, them where whole heap of European reggae artists they panic. But you see where open my eye this week, yeah, is that it's the language barrier. I think it's the language barrier why we not get exposed to more African reggae, you know, because most of the country them attack French. Most of the country them will really take the reggae and push it and start French. So that language thing wouldn't really hold fast in a Jamaica as such. But me I tell you, you see when you hear the African them a do reggae, me can put the African a do reggae and American white youth a do reggae and know which one a play reggae. I mean which one is which one. That is how exciting it is to me. If you know, say, me can distinguish if Soldier a player, or Ground Nation a player, or if Alpha Blonde a player, or this youth a player, or some other reggae artist. Like over the 4 days, trust me, man, over the 4 days, many reggae artists. And when you sit down and listen to the reggae artists, them in the stadium, you know. No, it's not a stadium, it's a big ground. We look like the park where we have long lessons, Trilanic. But when you hear the reggae, we have come out of Africa, where I may say it's wicked. Oh, we just isolate ourselves from Africa, so. And it's the language barrier, you know, the language barrier. Because you see Alpha Blonde and Lucky Dube, who's from Africa, and Lucky Dube and Alpha Blonde is the two biggest reggae, because them do reggae, is the two biggest reggae acts come out of Africa. But you see, Alpha Blonde talk about 5-6 different language. And Lucky Dube was singing in English. Lucky Dube was singing in English, so him could have break the barrier and transcend the language barrier. Alpha Blonde transcend the language barrier. But you have artists from Guinea, you have artists from Benin, you have artists from Togo, you have artists from, I mean, you name it, which part of the artists them come from, man. And them converge in this reggae festival, yeah. When I say, boy, I tell you, say, if you could have lift up the whole thing and transport it in a Montego Bay and make it just go on, oh gosh, man, I tell you, man, it's one of the sweetest reggae concert me go. Believe you me. Believe you me. I'm going to say reggae concert. No other music but just reggae. Reggae, just reggae. And you have, just like how you have the lineup, like some, what them call one as some fest. Yeah. Just like how you have the one as name some fest, we go 4 nights, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. As them do it, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Them usually 3 nights. Well, this was 4 nights. And the lineup, you have like 10 artists per night. Yeah, which part of the paper there? I think I have a flyers there. Yeah. When we say you have like not more than 10 artists per night. for 4 nights. So you talk about like 40 artists. And if we exclude the Jamaica contingent, which was Third World, Mafia and Judy, Kimani, me, and Morgan Heritage, it's 5 out of 40 that. So you talk about 30 odd African artists from Africa, upon the continent. We are playing reggae music. Just picture that in your head. Believe you me, man, it's sweet. It's sweet to hear the youth, them, man. It's sweet. But this youth here, stand out to me. Believe you me. And a pure black people. Man, me I tell you, man, that was a glorious concert, man. I mean, no say, me I talk for Kimani, me I talk for Third World, me I talk for Morgan Heritage, Marsha Griffiths, Judy Moat, and me I talk for all who did there, for just hear reggae music presented, like how it's supposed to be presented, coming from the people them who originated. We love that. So, when I talk about Obama, and I don't know if people know this, but this is something where it's a big issue in America right now that has caused, well, it's one of the issues them that has caused Obama's popularity to decrease according to the polls. Obama is now sanctioning drone strikes on Americans in America. I wonder if you hear what I say. Them things that sound like me a spread propaganda. Them things that sound like me a spread propaganda, don't it? Obama is now using charismatic language, presenting this to the people them as an option. Drone strikes on Americans in America. It's strange, man. But we want to play our next clip, you know. We want to play. Why so much clip we have to play? None of them not take long still. Because, you know, usually we have play clip all 1 hour, 1.5 hours. But it's different radio station and radio reports, television networks that we pick up along the way. Because sometimes we look for one thing and then it send it to other things. That is the thing with computer. You look for Neil the engineer and it starts telling about other engineer where you never want to hear about. You know, so I want to hear about Neil the engineer. And it starts telling about Brian, which you know really want to hear about Brian. You hear about, you know, all this engineer, but that is the thing about with things. So sometimes it helped me. Come here, look for one thing and then we get other information. So this is one of the television announcers who I think we play him about 2 times already with different subject and topic.
Cahill was on the program Up with Chris Hayes on MSNBC over the weekend, and he made some very controversial remarks about the drone program. Let's watch.
If someone goes into a shopping mall in pursuit of one of their enemies and opens fire on a crowd of people and guns down a bunch of innocent people in a shopping mall, they've murdered those people. When the Obama administration sets a policy where patterns of life are enough of a green light to drop missiles on people or to use, to send in AC-130s to spray them down.
But that wasn't the case here. You're talking about a targeted person here.
No. That's not. But if you go to the village of Al-Majla in Yemen, where I was, and you see the unexploded cluster bombs, and you have the list and photographic evidence, as I do, of the women and children that represented the vast majority of the deaths in this first strike that Obama authorized on Yemen, those people were murdered by President Obama on his orders because there was believed to be someone from Al-Qaeda in that area. There's only one person that's been identified that had any connection to Al-Qaeda there, and 21 women and 14 children were killed in that strike, and the U.S. tried to cover it up and say it was a Yemeni strike, and we know from the WikiLeaks cables that David Petraeus conspired with the president of Yemen to lie to the world about who did that bombing. It's murder it's mass murder when you say we are going to bomb this area because we believe a terrorist is there, and you know that women and children are in the area. The United States has an obligation to not bomb that area if they believe that women and children are there. I'm sorry, that's murder.
Now, is it murder? Look, we have had so-called collateral damage throughout a lot of our wars, if not almost all of our wars. Obviously, we killed civilians in World War II, whether it was the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings or the firebombing of Dresden, etc. So there's been a lot of civilian casualties, and some done completely on purpose. If cops did bomb a mall and they were going after a bad guy and they killed women and children in the process, would that be called murder? Well, is it a different standard if you were in the middle of a war? On the other hand, Jeremy could rightfully say, are we in the middle of a war? We're doing this in Yemen and Pakistan where we have no declared war. And I'm not sure that, we'd have to see what a jury says on that mall bombing and what the circumstances of it are. So it is a very, very tough question as to what you call it. It is not tough in terms of whether you do it or not. If I was the president of the United States and they said, all right, no big deal, we're just going to kill 35 civilians, including women and children, and we're going to take out one Al-Qaeda guy, I would say that is not an equation I'm in favor of. And I was hoping that we would have a progressive president who would agree with that. Apparently we do not. The bombings continue. So over the last 2 weeks, we've had 6 drone attacks in Pakistan alone. Over the weekend, 3 different ones. Now the Foreign Ministry of Pakistan is calling them, quote, illegal, which is a strong word, and saying it violates their sovereignty, which is almost certainly true. Obviously, it violates their sovereignty if they are not in favor, but some, of course, believe that they tacitly approve those. By calling things illegal in public, they are seeming to indicate that we no longer tacitly approve of these. Now, 4 missiles were fired at the village of Mana Ragzai in southern Waziristan over the weekend. 12 people killed. In the 3 bombings overall, 27 people killed. How many of those were actually terrorists, militants? It is entirely unclear. One thing that is clear is that we have targeted civilians, including what is known as a double tap, which is when there is a bombing, if people go to help first responders, you do a double tap and you kill those guys. Or you do a double tap at a funeral. When they go to bury the guy you killed with a drone strike, you do a drone strike on the funeral. This double tap is a term that was coined apparently to describe what Hamas did in some of their suicide bombings. So we'll get back to that in a second. So have we in fact done that, though, here in the United States? The answer seems to be a definitive yes. The Bureau of Investigative Journalism says that the CIA's drone campaign in Pakistan has killed dozens of civilians who had gone to help rescue victims or were attending funerals. New York Times further describes that same report, saying at least 50 civilians had been killed in follow-up strikes after they rushed to help those hit by drone-fired missile. And furthermore, says the Bureau counted more than 20 other civilians killed in strikes on funerals. Glenn Greenwald describes this as, to paraphrase him, kind of comic book evil. If someone did this in a movie, they'd be like a mafia boss going to kill people at a funeral, and it would seem despicable, or an evil, villainous king, etc. In fact, I found out today the mafia has an unwritten rule that you don't do this at funerals. Even the mafia has that rule, and we will not abide by it. Now, it's not just something we've done in the past, it's what we did this weekend. As The Guardian points out, at the time of the attack, this is the second attack this one struck the funeral of one of the guys who was being buried. Quote, at the time of the attack, suspected militants had gathered to offer condolences to the brother of a militant commander killed.
Yeah, we just want to make something clear about the timeline for this clip. This timeline is about 2 years ago. So you can picture where we're going. This is not, like when you say yesterday, it's not yesterday, this week. But this timeline is about 2 years ago. So why make you know that this is not yesterday Obama killed the people them. It's 2 years ago he killed the people them. Still I do it, but this was so infuriating by Americans that it has become an issue. And I say it gone beyond now just using drones in Afghanistan and Pakistan, but now it might look upon using drone in America. That's serious thing. If I use drones he might think about using the drone in America. So we could continue with this bridging, I say.
Some of the attack, suspected militants had gathered to offer condolences to the brother of a militant commander killed during another U.S. unmanned drone attack on Saturday. The brother was one of those who died in the Sunday morning attack. The Pakistani official said 2 of the dead were foreigners and the rest were Pakistani. Now, when you talk about foreigners inside Pakistan, oftentimes that is foreign fighters. That might be connected to Al-Qaeda. Is it? Who knows? Nobody knows. How about the brother of the so-called militant? Was he on any list? Not as far as we know. It appears that he might be a civilian. But you know what? He made the mistake of attending his brother's funeral. How dare he? Who else among those 12 killed in that particular strike were civilians? No one knows. No one counts. In fact, the official position of the Obama government is if you're a military-aged male in a strike zone, you are assumed to be guilty. You're assumed to be a militant. By the way, military age just means if you're an adult male in a place we've decided to bomb, we assume you're guilty unless someone proves you innocent after you die. Okay, so that's how we count civilians. Now, is that problematic? Is that a huge problem, no matter what you call it? Whether you call it murder or not? Absolutely. In fact, where do we get this? Well, we got this idea of the so-called double tap from other terrorists. The FBI described it this way. This is in a news story about the FBI warning about secondary explosive devices in Iraq. Quote, terrorists may use secondary explosive devices to kill and injure emergency personnel responding to an initial attack. The FBI again warned U.S. law enforcement agencies. Now, they're warning about this locally here in the U.S. They certainly warned about it in Iraq as well because they saw that was happening, some of the attacks in Iraq. In fact, they were right to warn about it here locally because it's happened before. The domestic terrorist, Eric Rudolph, did it in his 1998 bombing of a women's clinic. He also did it at the Northside Family Planning Services in 1997. Over and over again, he would do what was called a double tap. First bomb, when police respond, first responders, rescuers respond, he explodes a larger second bomb. Now, they didn't just do it in Iraq. They didn't just do it here in the U.S. With Eric Rudolph, but Hamas apparently also did it. Now, this is what a 2007 Homeland Security report on terrorism says about Hamas. Quote, a favorite tactic of Hamas, the double tap. A device is set off, and when police and other first responders arrive, a second larger device is set off to inflict more casualties and spread panic. Now, when Hamas does it, we call it terrorism. When we do it, we said, hey, we just killed militants. Were they actual militants? No, we know we've killed civilians. The report explains. Killed civilians over and over again in these double taps. No, but we're not terrorists. We're not murderers because we're the good guys, by definition. Now, what do you call it? Well, that's up to you. But what we're doing is absolutely clear. And it's something so heinous that we described it as terrorism before, something so heinous, the Mafia won't even do it.
REFM, thought-provoking, always smoking, lyrics like a bazooka. You are listening to Mutabaruka.
Many more. You know, say, from the youth, them, sister, my name, they on the poster, you know, say, everybody who have CD, I bring it, come on the show. I'll tell you, sometimes I try watch the show, I can't get to watch the show, you know. But just come up beside you. Is I never take picture again, CD. So, you know, say, when them listen out tonight, because them know, so we come back, you know, when them listen out tonight, I hear them CD, you know, the biggest thing for hear to them tune play in a Jamaica, you know. Yes. And the greatest thing to them, you know. When them hear the Mutabaruka play them tune in a Jamaica, trust me, man, it sweet them. This is the cutting edge on RFM. They already carry through the paces of the topic of the day. Yes, the visit of Obama and the mesmerized, I'm going to use the word mesmerization of the Jamaican people by this charismatic black president. You understand? Mesmerization of the Jamaican people, of this black president, who, when we look upon the conditions of Jamaica right now, it is because of the American imperialism that have perpetuated itself and taken over from the British colonial masters with their politics and them religion, devastated the farmer slaves and the farmer slave plantation islands. They have had us in their grip. And we continue under the grip, under this guise of helping the poor and the needy. They come with their gifts, like Greeks bearing gifts. But guess what now? We understand where we are going. But guess what? Them have been at some grip, man. Them have it tight. Because when them look away, them say, yeah, them attack. The whole of them want to come to America. And him say that too. Most youth right now, because of lack of opportunity in Jamaica, want to go to America. Them don't want to go to Nigeria, Tanzania, Kenya, or Cote d'Ivoire, no, them want to go to America. Because America is the land of opportunity and bliss. And that is how them sell it. That is how them sell it. Me and my lady I sit down and we are reason in the plane and I say, how did they get us? Everybody, including countries where I have nothing to do when I like them. How did Europe get everybody to wear suit? It's not a part of suit is not a part of Chinese culture. It's not a part of Native American culture. It's not a part of African culture. How did they get everybody to want to wear suit when them going to somewhere where them feel like it's a respectable thing? So them have a jacket and tie. The phallic symbol we call tie. One president right now. Let me see. Well, maybe it was two presidents, and them kill one. One president right now wear no weird suit, and him demand of him ministers that when them are come in a certain situation, nobody come with no suit and is yaya jamming. You never see him in a suit. Him a work in a rice field in a white clothes. White garments, outfit. Him no wear jacket and tie. Because I recognize the imperialistic nature of that. Yeah, man. Everybody in a suit. How did they get us to wear denim pants? Everybody wear denim pants. How did they get us to do that? How did a white man come up with this thing that if we ever start a denim thing and make everybody in the well, not everybody in the world, we're not everybody in the world, but when you look on the Western world after now, the youth them, well, not everybody in the world, we're not everybody in the world, but when you look on the Western world after now, the youth them, everybody in denim pants. Most of the youth them in Jamaica want to go to America. Because them send opportunity there and some of them get same university student them and know that them talk to Obama and know them want to go to America. Yeah. Anyway, the time is 12 o'clock, midnight.
Brothers and sisters, this is Chalice. Join us with respect for our national anthem. Let us stand and defend this one. Peace and love. Thank you. Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Do our life through countless. To our leaders, great defenders, great true wisdom from above. Justice, truth, be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love.
destruction finishes store. Lowest price guarantee, get everything you need to live your style and love yours. So much value in store. Top brands for sure. Customer service with a smile. Shop home and things and live your style. Shop home and things for big savings. Your construction finishing store. Make every room a beautiful thing. Live your style and home and things.
Team up, lace up, warm up. It's year 2 of the Garden Group, keeping alive 5K night runs in aid of University and Corner Regional Hospitals. Run for a cause in Kingston on April 18th and Montego Bay April 25, starting at 7 p.m. Cash prizes for individual winners. Call 927-4105 or register now at keepitalive5k.com or Garden Life offices. Together, let us keep it alive and save a life. Sponsored by Garden Life, Garden General, the KCC, St. James Parish Council.
Everybody be irate when they listen to irate. Everybody love irate.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Is that Muta?
Yeah, this is Muta.
Hi, Muta. This is Miss Montana here.
Okay, long time I don't hear from you.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, first of all, congratulations on your historic broadcast from the Ivory Coast. I think it was marvelous and it was a historic moment.
Oh, you was listening. That is nice that you was listening.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I was listening to the program on the internet because I subscribe, so I'm not sure what direction your program is. Is it on politics, or can I ask a general question, or what?
General, anything goes. General.
Okay. You mentioned a few weeks ago about the issue of sugar and the amount of sugar that's being consumed.
Yes.
Yeah, and you mentioned that you wanted the government to get involved in that. Can you elaborate on that? What do you want them to do?
All right. You see, in Jamaica, you could smoke cigarettes anywhere, anytime you want to. What the government did, which we have been advocating for years, is that they must stop this proliferation of cigarette smoking in public places. So the government has brought forth a law that says it is illegal to smoke cigarette in public places and also places where, public places. So they have done something there that the people have been crying out for. Then you have the thing of marijuana, where we as Rastafari has continuously been persecuted for marijuana, and we have been telling them all the while that marijuana is a herb that is good for other things other than just smoking. So now we see that they have decriminalized ganja. So it's the same thing now we're talking about the sugar. The intake of sugar in Jamaica is too much. It is creating a lot of disease in Jamaica in front of young people. So we are calling upon the government to help to alleviate this consumption of too much sugar. And they can do things. It's just that we have to be persistent. Yeah.
But what is it you are wanting them to do? Now, for example, if you were the advisor...
Yeah, all right, let me tell you what I want them to do. Like what the mayor do in New York. What him do is to make sure that the products that come out there don't have a certain amount of sugar. We're not telling people not to eat sugar, which I would like them not to. But, for instance, you have people who sell in front of schools. And most of the things that them sell in front of the schools is high content of sugar. What the government can do is make this don't allow people to sell in front of the school children. That is like selling them drugs. The government don't allow people to sell drugs in front of school. And to me, sugar is a drug. The government should not allow these people to be continuous selling this drug in front of the school children, in front of the school that way. And also that product that is made with sugar, there should be something that is cutting down the amount of sugar that is contained in these products. And only the government can do that. I can't do it, but I can advocate for it and then hope that somebody in the government will take it up and do something about it.
Right. Okay. The reason why I asked you, I was a little bit surprised that you would be advocating the government, because do you not think that they have caused enough damage already? I mean, government involvement in food. And the reason why I say that, I try my best to eat organic, and where I live, I can get organic food. But sugar, even the high fructose corn syrup, it's in everything, Muta.
Yes.
It's in supplements, vitamins,
Yes.
even your toothpaste. And so I understand what you're saying, but I don't know. I don't have an answer. That's a bad thing. But I wouldn't want government to regulate it, because they're making too much money from giving us sugar, and I know it's killing us. I think in the United States, the obesity and diabetes, and they're trying to do it, but I don't know if government control is the answer.
No, well, it's not actually control I'm talking about, I don't talk about controlling the sugar.
Or regulation.
Yeah, for instance, in Dubai, you cannot allow your children to carry certain food to school that have too much.
I heard that.
Yes.
I heard that.
So what I am saying is that we're not depending on the government, because I am also advocating to the people that they must understand that a lot of these diabetes and things in young people now is caused by intake of sugar, and they must cut it down, because I don't eat sugar. But what I'm saying now that...
What kind of... Do you eat natural sugar?
No, I don't eat sugar. I drink cane juice.
What about sugar cane? Do you eat sugar
cane juice, yes. I use cane juice.
So you eat the natural source of sugar. You mean the glucose. You don't eat the processed sugar.
No, just the cane juice. You just use the cane juice it, and anything that you want to sweeten, any juice or anything that you want sweet, you use the cane juice.
Right.
Because the cane juice don't need to be broken down in your body. Sugar,
what about molasses?
Well, yeah, sometimes, but it's not something that I do. I don't really do it.
Okay.
But cane juice is my thing. My thing is cane juice.
Okay.
Yeah, so, because we know that sugar takes a very long time to break down in the body.
Yes.
All right, so...
Yes, it's almost like a foreign... It's almost foreign to your body.
Yeah, like salt. It's like sugar and salt. It's the same problem.
Okay.
Yeah, so I said...
I disagree with you there, but go ahead.
You don't think sugar and salt is the same thing?
Well, no, I think there's salt, but you can get... The salt that we get is the iodized salt, where they take all the minerals out.
Yeah.
You can get salt
black salt. You can get Himalayan salt. You can get black salt.
Yes.
No, wait, all right. Let me clarify. When I say salt, I'm talking about table salt. But we call it Jamaican table salt. Yeah. Because you have Himalayan salt that you can use. You have some people even use sea salt. Some people use sea salt. But so when I say salt, I really mean the salt that is on your table everywhere.
Take out the minerals out.
Yes. So that's what I talk. Just like when we say rice, too. When I say rice, I mean white rice.
Anything white is usually bad. Well, it's true though. It's true.
Well, it's true.
But no, I understand what you're saying. But I think education. Don't you think?
Definitely.
Education.
The first thing, the first priority.
The process too.
That is what we try to do on this program. As you know, we try to educate the people into. I don't like to say alternative, but another way. You have this is the next way. So instead of you use table salt, maybe you can evolve to sea salt, and then you can evolve to black salt, and you can evolve to Himalayan salt. Some people use Bragg's. I don't know if you know Bragg's, but Bragg's is something.
Yes, we have it here in the U.S.
Yes, it's there. Yeah, Dr. Branner and these people they use this thing. So that is what we kind of try to do. But when I speak of the government, I am quite understanding what you say when you say, you don't want the government to regulate anything, but there must be some place that the government have to do, because they are elected to do things, and you have to advocate for them to do these things. Just like how them say, no cigarette in public places. Just like how them say, all right, we're going to decriminalize ganja. There's a lot of things that the government do that we have been saying over the years that they should do. And it take a long time.
Yeah, I agree, Mota. It's just that for me, I'm a little bit cynical, and usually when they try to advocate health, there's always an ulterior motive.
Yeah, definitely.
They're not really they're not really there. They might say we'll eat less sugar because they have this food pyramid where they say you should eat more grains, and higher up the pyramid is meat and dairy.
Yes,
but at the same time, they're subsidizing the farmers to create this GMO foods and everything.
And you know that they don't subsidize organic food. They don't subsidize organic food,
I know, that's
in
why
America,
it's so expensive.
That's why it's so expensive.
I think that, and I'll get off with this, I think if there's more education, but sugar is addictive. They say it's like crack.
Of course, it's worse than cocaine. Sugar is more addictive than cocaine. That is what the experts say that studied it. Yes. But I'm agreeing with you. The regulation by government is not something that is necessary or we should advocate. But then again, when we look at the Jamaican situation where people elect the government to do certain things, we can advocate, because I can't go in front of school and tell the people them must move with them sweetie. But the government can't, just like how the government tell the people them to stop sell on the sidewalk. I can't go downtown and tell the people them to look, I want to move off on the sidewalk because I want to blocking up the sidewalk. But the government can do it.
But Muta, hold on, because I've also heard you speak about the street vendors, and many of those people have been doing that they're selling the bright up food. I just crack up when I hear you talk about the illuminated food. Like
press
like a disco or something. yes. But what will happen to them? What's the impact on that? It's the vendors that sell the bright up food. If we say
don't sell it,
you can't sell this.
You sell wholesome food. You make a switch. Your alternative. You go. All right. You see, there's a time in. Let me explain something to you.
It's the mindset there to switch.
All right. When I was going to school, we used to have people at the gate selling banana, peel the orange.
Oh, fresh fruit.
Yeah, they sell patty and cocoa bread. You can cut the patty in half and you get a piece of patty and piece of cocoa bread. And they sell.
Yes.
So these things was happening in Jamaica until we get Americanized,
That's the thing, Moody.
Yes.
That's the imperial influence there.
Yeah. So we have to now return to that by educating the people them that look here. A coconut water, a jelly coconut is much better than a bottle of Pepsi and Coca-Cola. All right.
Taste buds has to change too, though.
Definitely.
But, thank you, Muta.
I'm so glad that I hear from you again. I love to hear your voice. Trust me.
Well, I love to hear you, so keep up the great work.
All right. Give thanks.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yes. Little sister. Okay. I agree with her. But I want to switch the topic as well. I just mentioned Yahya Jammeh a while ago, which is the president of Gambia, which we had the opportunity to meet last year and spend some time with him last year. Believe you me, he's really a different kind of leader. But he is very alright, we're going to make him talk for himself. A brethren from England went to interview him, and this is what was happening in the interview. So we're going to play the interview.
The smallest countries, but it more than punches above its weight on the international stage.
How are you?
As you say, not just because of its prejudiced views on homosexuality or on relations with the West, but because of its ambitious plan called Vision 2016, which aims to make the Gambia self-sufficient in rice by the end of 2015. I'm Henry Bonsu, and this is Face to Face. Mr. President, thank you very much indeed for welcoming us to your country. Now, you're known for moving around in your pristine whites, but today they look very, very brown, indeed full of mud. Can you explain why that is? First
of all, I want to welcome you to the Gambia. The reason why I've changed color is because I've been working on my fields. I believe leadership by example. We've been importing rice for a very long time, and despite the fact that we have so many hospitals and a lot of qualified doctors in the system, people are dying like flies. We have various strange diseases that can only be attributed to what we eat. So in order to address that issue, we have to grow what we eat and eat what we grow.
But Mr. President, in order to scale up, it's going to involve a change of so many different things, not least culture, machinery, output. How on earth are you going to do that?
Well, it is a very simple matter. All we need is just small machinery. And then, of course, the only time we need machinery would be harvesting, because you can see that if we didn't have the number of people that are here, we still will suffer post-harvest losses. But what is more important is the determination and the political will to do so. Now the people are ready to do so because they now know it's possible, and they've seen me as the president working there. Leadership, because if I talk and I didn't do anything, they say, oh, he's just sitting in the office and talking.
So you're talking about leadership by example?
Leadership by example.
But to scale up from Gambia producing 15% of what it consumes in terms of rice to 100% by 2016, that's a fantastic ambition. How on earth can you manage to turn around the current situation in such a short time?
Well, the fields you've seen so far, this is just less than 25% of the fields have cultivated from May this year up to now. And so what we have produced now this year is about 10% of the import. Most of the imported rice in this country, 60% of that is re-exported. So what we actually consume is about between 16 to 20,000 tons per annum. So the rest is re-exported. So to turn that around, if my objective is to by 2015, I would have had about 90,000 hectares under cultivation. 90,000 hectares. Let's say the lowest scenario would be 5 tons per hectare. That is more than what we need to feed this country. So we are going to, by the grace of the Almighty Allah, by 2016, I'm not allowing 1 grain of rice to be imported to this country, and I mean it, and I'm going to achieve that.
Driving over here from Banjul, I saw plenty of land, green fields, arable land, but it didn't appear that much activity was going on that land. That alarming. Mr. President, what's going on in those fields? Because
they have already finished the harvesting of granules. Now, the only fields you go to and find activity going on would be millet and coos farms, and of course rice fields. But they have harvested. If you've looked around, you have seen that they're stacking their granules for threshing in order to winnow and sell. So there's a lot of activity going on. Also, these farmers, they don't farm all the fields every year. They leave some fields to fallow, and also other fields are left for cattle grazing and other ruminants. So don't judge by the lack of activity that we've seen in certain areas, because now, okay, another thing also, my agriculture is based on organic. We don't allow chemical fertilizers here.
And no GMO, genetically modified.
No, we are not going to do that because it's more hazardous. It's taking poison. We are not going to allow GMO when we can grow organic and feed ourselves.
What about improving that value chain from the person in the field, the person processing, the middleman or woman, and then finally the person who wants to export? How does one improve those links in the chains so that one can see a real commercial business in the Gambia, as you see in India and Thailand, which end up exporting right here into the Gambia?
Yes, when we look at Vision 2016, we're not talking only about production, we're talking about processing. Because without processing, the farmers become discouraged, because like these farmers, if you tell them to grow watermelon next year, they're going to say, oh, the last year melon, nobody bought it. And nobody's buying it because the market is flooded. But if that was agro-processing, we could have processed it into something else. So agro-processing is an integral part of Vision 2016. We don't want to export rice, raw rice or whatever, unprocessed rice. Whatever we produce locally will be value added. We're going to process. So we're going to spend almost, by the grace of the Almighty Allah, about $200 million in agro-processing and mechanizing agriculture, but basically in agro-processing, because also mangoes, we have a problem. We imported mango juice costs more than a ton of fresh mangoes in this country. And that mango juice, if you look at it, It's just made of mango flavor, but it's 90% water.
I get the impression that this isn't just about healthcare, it isn't just about nourishment, it's also political for you. If so, explain how.
Semi-political, because the West is using food aid as a weapon as well. And of course also for your independence. With the flooding, weather change in the major rice producing countries, if you cannot feed yourself, you cannot be independent. We are the ones who are advocating for 100% independence in whatever we do. And so for us to achieve that, we must eat what we grow and grow what we eat. There is also the health dimension of it. What we eat, if we know how it is grown, then we'll be able to control our health. Because without a healthy nation, Gambia can never be a prosperous nation. And how do we assure a healthy nation when we eat something that is grown outside and we don't even know how it is grown, and grown mainly for export?
Well, Mr. President, there are lots of international organizations that are aid and donors and partners with your own country. You point your finger at them, but they would say, look, we're helping the Gambian people. Why would you attack us?
Where did they help us?
They would say that they are giving food aid. They would say that they're giving budgetary support, a whole range of things that the IMF, the World Bank, the EU would say they want to partner with you in.
They're not helping me. If the West refund to Africa what they have looted for the past 400 years, plus 25 interest, they're not giving us any aid. They're giving us back something that is infinitesimal compared to what they have taken from us. So they're not giving me any aid. They're not giving me any favors. They don't give me back what they've taken for 400 years and see whether I'll ask them for anything. So they're not giving me aid. In fact, that's even an insult. If you take a bull and then give me only the horns, and you tell me you are helping me, that's an insult.
Is that one of the reasons why you like to point the finger at the West so much? Because deep down you think they haven't repaired and recompensed Africa for what they've taken out over all these years?
No, that's not the reason. The reason is that the West has always been ungrateful. They were abject poverty drove Europeans to Africa, and they exploited us for 400 years. In those years, there has never been any election. There were no parliamentary systems. After 400 years of looting Africa, they turned around. Some of us have to take up arms and kick them out. Now they come around and give us lectures about democracy and human rights, when in their own country there's no democracy. Where's the democracy for blacks in UK or blacks anywhere in Europe? Now the so-called skinheads or neo-Nazi or the far right, if they were in Africa or in the Gulf state, they'd be called terrorist organizations. And why are they not being called terrorist organizations and be dealt with? And they espouse the same hatred that extremists also espouse towards humanity. They're all both, be it Islam, those who call themselves Islamic extremists or those neo-Nazis and skinheads. They're all anti-human. They hate humanity. So why are those in the third world called terrorists and being bombed, and those in the West, the KKK in the United States of America, are called far right and white supremacists? Supremacy against who? So I'm not anti-West. I'm anti their hypocrisy and their racism.
Your critics and critics of today's African leaders would say that most countries now have reached their golden jubilee. Your own country celebrates 50 years of independence in 2015, and they would say the fault is with you post-independence leaders because you have been in control for 5 decades. What would you say to that?
The British have been here for 400 years. They never taught us democracy. We never had one Gambian be a member of the British Parliament or the colonial parliament. And that's why up to today, Gambia, I have to build a national assembly. The first time in the history of this country that a national assembly is being built. The British never built a high school in this country in 400 years. So what is there for them to take me? They came to my country. There's a place around the Atlantic coast where 5 p.m. if you go there, they arrest you and lock you up, a black man in our own country. So more than 1,000 years up to now, the West has never been democratic. And up to today, they are not democratic. Because if democracy is anything to go by, you have to respect the will of the people. Who do they think they are that they have to teach Africans how to be democratic when we have never colonized anybody? So this issue of Western democracy is a fallacy. It doesn't exist. How many blacks are killed in UK and no investigation is done? If a black man is accused of killing a white man, in 24 hours he'll appear in a court of law. Typical example. When the people rose up against the system because of police brutality in London, David Cameron called them gangsters and whatever. But and you can see the reaction. But when two black men killed a soldier, they were asking for the death penalty. Can you see the difference? A black man shooting a white man would be arrested in 24 hours in the UK. But a white man killing scores of blacks will never be arrested in the history, in the next 25 years. Where is the justice? Before you point finger at me, look at yourself first. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. After all, they came to
some uki go on and so because we have played straight because we can continue this journey.
Gambia may be one of Africa's.
Okay, we can continue the journey. It look like something go wrong with this thing.
Taken out over all these years.
No, that's not the reason. The reason is that the West has always been ungrateful. They were abject poverty drove Europeans to Africa, and they exploited us for 400 years. In those years, there has never been any election. There were no parliamentary systems. After 400 years of looting Africa, they turn around. Some of us have to take up arms and kick them out. Now they come around and give us lectures about democracy and human rights, when in their own country there's no democracy. Where's the democracy for blacks in UK or blacks anywhere in Europe? And why are they not being called terrorist organizations and be dealt with? And they express the same hatred that extremists also express towards humanity. They're all both, be it Islam, those who call themselves Islamic extremists or those neo-Nazis and skinheads. They're all anti-human. They hate humanity. So why are those in the third world called terrorists and being bombed, and those in the West, the KKK in the United States of America, are called far-right and white supremacists? Supremacy against who? So I'm not anti-West. I'm anti their hypocrisy and their racism.
Your critics and critics of today's African leaders would say that most countries now have reached their golden jubilee. Your own country celebrates 50 years of independence in 2015, and they would say the fault is with you post-independence leaders because you have been in control for 5 decades. What would you say to that?
The British have been here for 400 years. They never taught us democracy. We never had one Gambian be a member of the British Parliament or the colonial parliament. And that's why up to today, Gambia, I have to build a national assembly. The first time in the history of this country that the national assembly is being built. The British never built a house.
Okay, so that was played already, but we want to make you know that you're listening to an interview with the President of the Republic of Gambia, Yaya Jammeh. I mean, very dynamic man. Make him country leave the Commonwealth because him say the Commonwealth. What is the purpose of him country in the Commonwealth? No purpose. And him take him country out of the Commonwealth. Is a man where he don't like homosexual, seriously don't like homosexual. The West, including England and America, come down upon him heavy. But obviously him not care. Him not care where them want to say. Him not gonna make him bow to madness. This is the man where I tell you about, say, him not really wear suit. And them police force not carry gun. And them have 4 murders in a 1 year, and that sound like enough to them. 4 murders committed in the country in a 1 year, and that sound like enough to them. You know, as we hear my talk about self-reliance, eat what you grow and grow what you eat, we met with the presidents of Kosovo when we did go in the palace there. We go to the palace there. I don't remember if Tuesday, I went to show them though. No, Sunday. We went to we went to the Prime Minister Palace on Sunday, and he was telling me that they have a vision which is coming to pass, where India is the largest producer of cashew. And he's saying now that by next year, the Ivory Coast will be the largest producers of cashew. So that is really saying a lot. When we hear about Africa, we hear about disease and all of them something. But you have countries in Africa that is not in the news because you don't hear people are dead and terrorists are going on activities. Where it's moving like the little turtle and the rabbit. Yeah, tortoise and the rabbit. Them are move slowly but surely. Well, we're glad to know so we can really visit certain places and hear from the horse's mouth. But I want to tell you something that I might go up and talk about it tomorrow because the time I'm going still. But I could take some call. So yes. Ian.
Yes, Muta.
Yeah, blessed.
A long time for call your show,
So why never call?
Muta, I just sit and observe.
Okay.
And man talk of things, and it has to be something where I know, say, I don't hear no one really talk about that. Force me now to use your platform as I talk to you. And he's a teacher.
All right.
To me, you can royalty. You understand me?
Yeah.
Right? Because he's a teacher. I mean, let me just tell you briefly, because this is not called, it's not really about me, but it's connected to my experience. It's that I was born in the United Kingdom and I came to Jamaica in 1971 as a little boy. I did all my schooling in Jamaica and I leave 11 years later. But there was something in the 1970s that was imparted to me that told me that because my people were from the Caribbean and we were in the eyes of European ex-slaves, didn't mean that we were inferior, because we have to give people permission to make us inferior, and I would never give that. So, Muta, I land back as a mid-teen age, in a mid-teens, I go back to England, I study, I go to university, and so on and so forth. I know I travel to the great North America, I know I'm in Canada, so I'm actually phoning from Canada. And the thing that concerns me, I mean, fundamentally focus this upon the Jamaican family. The Jamaican family and the Jamaican diaspora is divided. And it's divided in a way which basically it seems, I mean, I heard this in Jamaica when I was growing up, that the only legitimate Jamaicans are the ones that drop out on the rock. Not the ones that drop out of Jamaica, But we all drop out of Jamaica. We're talking about drop out on the rock. We see the divisions in me here in England. We see it in the United States, where children born of Jamaican parentage refuse to call themselves Jamaicans, call themselves Jamaicans belittle them. In Hamilton, Ontario, which is just like 70 kilometers south of Toronto, I walked into a Caribbean restaurant and I got the full thing thrown at me.
Virgil, you have to come to the point, though, I wonder if other people are listening to try card. You have to come to the point.
The point is, Muta, we cannot keep dividing amongst ourselves by those who are born in Jamaica and those who are born abroad. Because we're equally the same. And if we cannot recognize the offspring of our own people who are born outside Jamaica, we have a problem. Because it is the diaspora that can save us among the mid, and you talk about it, because me is very Afrocentric.
We have to move now, though. We have to move now. I'll get a long time for talk. You get a long time. We have to move. Yeah?
Yes, me understand that, Muta.
Yeah, give thanks. Yes. Step in, Razor is 2 o'clock tomorrow. That's tomorrow. 2 o'clock, little more to 5:45. The step in Razor, the art of war. So, say, we'll be back here again. Yes. Cousin Edge.
Muta.
Yes.
Bless up.
How is it?
You know, we want to discuss a point with the board now. Saying some problem with the government. They say Japan right now in the backside thing. Them say about $600 million them spend on some plant business up there. In case them say them not make back no money yet to pay off Japan, much less to pay themselves. Come back with the road thing and now China there a build a road said we for the next 50 years. Nobody at Jamaica now get no benefit out of war go and that's neither. Come back in.
Hold on. They might get benefit from the road. By having a road where can drive on. They might get benefit from that.
Yes, but for 50 years, Muta, 50 years, all of them, the government we are run, that the business are now dead and gone. And gone.
Yeah.
So, right now, when them a deal with business for the country, Muta, them to make sure, say, people have better benefit than Wagwan, you know. Business is the way Jamaicans are inherit.
Yeah.
Said time the China inherit. Set time who live a fear inherit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I understand what you're saying.
People them now inherit motor.
Yeah.
What are going when them do them transaction.
Yeah.
Them only put the country and themselves in a bankruptcy. Come back IMF thing and no motor. The amount of money where Jamaica who IMF bill can build hotel in. I say can build
hotel.
Yeah, man, many hotel, man, and a little bit of money country who own a motor. So, there's any little problem that will happen in a government institution, you know, like with the school, the money, hospital, and so, you know, who are going to give them money motor when they have nobody to turn to?
Yeah.
Now, nobody to turn to get no loan and no.
Well, you have to start talking to you, them seriously about these things where you talk to me about.
No, but me, I show them points of the school, them doors are closed. Many things are happening in Jamaica.
Yeah, but me I tell you, say, you have to start talking to your youth, them. See me like when you talk to me.
But are you a foundation, you know?
Who are the owner you talk to?
No, I am Andrea Foundation.
So what? So you don't want to talk to your youth, them?
Me no say me no want to talk to them.
They know you go around the thing. Me I tell you to talk to you, them I answer about me and Andrea.
But more while me talk to them, most of them would have face me is a crazy man. So
wait there. You are talk to your children, them and them feel say you're crazy.
That them will feel yes because
well maybe you're crazy for you then. Because me could not talk to my people, them and them feel say me crazy. All my grandchildren say me now walk with no shoes. Wait, hold on there. My grandchildren, them, see me now walk with no shoes and them born. And then they don't look at me as crazy.
But me I tell you, me not have no youth.
You don't have no youth?
Me not have no youth.
You don't have no youth in your area nowhere at all? You don't know no little picnic at all?
I mean, man, little picnic, them love me, man.
They go around the thing.
Me as an artist.
Oh, they don't love you as a person?
Yes, Mother, but them now have no future in the country.
No, but so you go around the thing, you know. You go around the thing, man. Because you them love you as an artist. But that means if you wasn't an artist, they wouldn't love you. That's what you say.
You know, everybody love artists, Mother.
No, me say. Listen to what I say. If you wasn't an artist, you think they would have love you?
I have to give them so much things.
That means it's your personality then. It's not you being an artist. It's your personality. Your personality is not desirable.
No, man, well, if a rich man there...
Anyway, we have to move, though. We have to move. Yeah.
Yeah, Mutabaruka.
Yeah, blessed.
Yeah. You're the man that look up to Yaya Jammeh, haven't you?
I don't look up to him, but I see what him I do, and it's a benefiting people, them. I don't feel say we should do what him I do, because it's a different situation, but I see say him I do what I'm supposed to do in Gambia.
Okay, then. Would you support Sister P if Sister P had her order take out 9 prisoners out of a prisoner and execute them?
If I was support, what the prisoner them do?
Mutabaruka.
What the prisoner them do? No, me ask you what the prisoner. No, but you haven't tell me what the man them did do. Them rape some picnic and kill them?
No.
What them do? Tell me what the prisoner them. The one we are talking about with Sister P.
They are accused of murder.
So them never murder nobody?
Mutabaruka, are you going to answer the question, sir?
No, but I have to know what the people them do before I can tell you yes or no.
I told you they were charged with murder.
Yeah, and you said they murder somebody.
No, Mutabaruka, you're not listening. Yaya Jammy ordered them to be taken out
and killed. So capital punishment is the order of the day in Gambia.
Okay. So if Sister P was to order 9 prisoners in Jamaica to be executed.
We murder people. We murder people?
Yes, sir.
All right. Capital punishment is not illegal in Jamaica.
Mutabaruka, are you going to answer the question?
No, look here, don't talk to me, so man. Me say, answering the question. I do have nothing to do with it me. I am not going to demonstrate against Portia Simpson if she takes some prisoners out of prison and hang them because capital punishment is not illegal in Jamaica. If them is not guilty now, and I know them not guilty, then I would demonstrate. But if
you can't know them not guilty.
But then all you know the one where Jamin kill is not murder.
I never said they were guilty or not guilty. I said they execute them.
Yeah, but because them is murderer, according to what them say. If Portia feels say some man is murderer and she take them out of the prison and hang them, according to the law of Jamaica, we call capital punishment, I can't demonstrate against that. Maybe I don't like capital punishment. I don't like capital punishment in my heart and heart. I don't like capital punishment. But if the man run him country and capital punishment and Portia Simpson run our country by capital punishment, if it's a murder must be hanged, we're not going to vote it.
Are you against America when they execute people?
If the people them is guilty, certain state say you can give them injection.
Mutabaruka, I ask you if you support America by executing.
I'm not supporting America. I'm saying if the man them guilty and the law says this is how you're going to execute them, I cannot do anything about it.
All right.
You're going to keep asking me about country. You're going to ask me about the next country and the next country and the next country.
Mutabaruka, are you ever think about going into politics?
No.
Okay, would you not like to be Prime Minister of Jamaica?
No.
Are you ambitious?
What do you, man?
No, I'm asking you.
No, nobody ask me no more question, Rasta. Nobody ask me no more question. I'm ambitious, I'm going to law, this, that. Where the man they come from, man? Where him come from? I tell you, I don't want a big boat to told man come tonight because that's jet lag. I am totally jet lag. I am not with, I don't advocate capital punishment, but if the land say, them hang murderer, what must I do? I can't do nothing about it. What am I going to do? If Portia Simpson come out now and say, most Jamaican people believe in a capital punishment, you know. Most Jamaican people feel they should have hang murder right now, and people who rape picnic and everything. Most Jamaican people believe that. I still have grappled with the situation of capital punishment, but I know say, if the people them say capital punishment must come back, and Portia take out the man them out of the prison and hang them, what can I do? More than say, boy, I don't really like capital punishment, you know, when we can do. When I say about America, when going to America, I can tell me about America for. A whole heap of state in America give lethal injection. You know, see? I don't know. Maybe I just say to no one, if a man come kill one of my people whom me know, or need I know, a man go lick down, need kill him, I don't know. Maybe I feel say, boy, him should have gone. I don't know. But me personally now going to lick against Portia Simpson because she do something with the law, she must know. If Jamin say, I saw, Jamin, just like how Jamin not like gay. And Britain come out upon him, terrible upon him because him say, homosexuality is not a normal thing. You understand? Only for people in the Eastern world feel that way too. Anyway, which part were there? We should have them thing over there, part. Yes, sir? Yes.
Yes, good night, Mood.
I don't want to boast and tone talking right now in a jet lag. So if you come with it, please. Alright. Yes, President.
Yeah, good night, Mood.
Yeah,
first time on your program.
Hey, give thanks. I look at this how we preaching.
I hear a guy just being very annoying and I take up a lot of your valuable years.
I tell you, man, I'm going to make him a do it too, you know. It's born me so I'm going to make him a do it.
Yeah, but I guess show some democracy. Anyway, just a simple question.
Yeah.
I heard a play a great tune at about 10 minutes past midnight. The guy is singing probably in French. It sounds very much like Jack Cure. I like the title of that song and the artist.
No, I know Jack Ure, man.
No, I know. It sounds like him. I know he's an African artist.
All right.
I like him.
I wonder if Ishmael Isaac. No, I think I don't
No,
want
it's not that one. It's not Ishmael Isaac.
The one named CP.
And them were doing some DJing.
CP name.
Spell it. CP as in
CEE.
CEE.
PEE.
PEE.
Yeah, CP.
Okay, what is the title of that, sir?
I will try to read it again. It named Peace.
Okay, and which country come from? Ivory Coast?
Yeah. It didn't bring from CD come give me. Bring the CD come give me, yeah. Yeah, man, it did a perform for the show, too. Yeah,
man, respect, man. I like how Miss Montana sound, you know?
I tell you. And a big woman, you know? You know, that big woman.
Yeah, man, she love me, man.
Yeah. I know the first she called, you know?
Yeah.
She always, she said she don't left it. She don't left the program, I believe
she's a Caucasian person?
No. She no, you know?
Yeah?
She mix, but she no can't. No.
She no white?
No.
She sound white.
I don't know. You sound know when you sound white, believe you me.
Right.
I hear some white people. I listen to a daughter. I play some music on the stage of Africa there.
Yeah.
And if you're on the back and stage and upstairs, you think it's a Jamaican. and it's an Italian woman.
Yeah. I was listening to the program from Zion FM the other day, and boy, it's so crystal clear. I almost believe they're there. Because more time when programmer come transmit from foreign, they get a little hollow sound, and definitely know it's like a phone thing. But it's perfect still, you know? The
man them set up the and Zion FM. Pure reggae them play. Pure reggae.
Yeah, man. I listen to your program from long time, from it just start from a young man. And I reach up in my 40s, I know. So
give thanks, Regine.
Yeah, my respect. I'm going to start call it some more. I never know some would I get you, but I'm glad to see. So I'm going to start call it and get my topic them together.
All right, sir.
Get my credit together, you know?
Yeah, man. Give thanks. Yes. Well, go on, that's why. I'm gone? All right. Next one. Yeah, blessed.
Yeah, man,
What's your voice? So it's already started.
Nah, man, it started.
Yeah, man, it's already started, man.
No, man.
Yeah, man, like you talk to a toilet bowl or something.
No, man. Some other. Why, when I can't talk to you about still, I think we're going on in South Africa there.
Ah, you sound better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, when them told on the statue.
No, man, not South Africa, man.
Which one I sing them? The xenophobia thing or which one I sing? The xenophobia. Yes, the Zambian. You know, say it did terribly about 4 years ago. It did worse.
What? Why are the black people?
Xenophobia, them call it.
Well, whatever they want to call it.
No, you know what name xenophobia?
What? We're not even sure, you know?
No, wait, no, man. It's either you know when name xenophobia, you don't know when name xenophobia.
Aye.
You know when name xenophobia?
No, sir.
Alright, xenophobia is a fear that a foreigner will come in your country and take away your job where you should have get.
So how come they attack me only the black brother alone?
Because pure black people, the Zambian, the Zimbabwe, the people them from Zimbabwe and Botswana and them area there, the amongst them said we. So when them look at them say Zimbabwe people come and have job with them should I get, them kind of get this paranoia and start a war.
But what we have seen now is that we have whole heap of whites and whole heap of Indian and other people there. And
yeah, but the whites, you know, the amongst them, you know, you want to black people don't kill white people, you know, black people kill black people.
And that me I see, you know.
Because in Jamaica, you know, in Jamaica, who are dead?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Who are kill them? Who are kill we just are dead? No, we said we.
Yes, man, SCM people.
Well, that's a go on in South Africa, yeah.
But South Africa, them should look funny better than that.
Why?
They do them well.
You know the same black people, them man. Or you mean them Jamaican people? Should I look on them brother and say, Steve Garden and Denham Town are the same people, them?
Yeah, man. So all we come out and see them struggle and see them hardship.
Yeah, man.
I tell you, man, I can't believe it, man.
That's how the system set up.
Yes, man. I say, man, and the African them look funny and unite and see. You see?
It's terrible, Regine. It's terrible. It's terrible. Terrible.
Terrible, man.
Look on all the Boko Haram man them.
Yes, man.
Terrible.
I understand it. That's why we can't understand religion, you know.
Wait, no, try and understand it, brethren. It will confuse you.
That me I try I will pay years million at church. I still can't understand it.
Yeah. All right, rapid move. Advertisement, I got catch you.
Yes, man. All right. Thanks, sir. Yeah, man. Big up.
Sometimes it's not education, it's intelligence.
We'll be back soon from 2 o'clock to 5:45 with the stepping razor, the art of war. We'll just go through the pieces. You know, there's some topics where we feel relevant for this time, yeah, and open up your mind to things. Lots of things are going outside of Jamaica, especially with this drone strike thing, and also you know, even play a clip the president of Gambia a while ago about eat what you grow and grow what you eat, and him say that Gambia will be 100% sufficient in the rice production for him country by next year. Him have a 2016 vision. I think we have a 2030 vision. Him have a 2016 vision. And also we sat with the Prime Minister of Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, and him say that his country is heading for the #1 producer of cashew. This is an African state saying that they're going to overrun India. India is like 1 billion people in population. Cote d'Ivoire is like 20-odd million people. And this man is telling us that cashew going to be the biggest thing coming out of Ivory Coast. Here is our next brethren from Cote d'Ivoire, who is very popular. He comes to Jamaica, make 2 albums with the Whalers. He was on this concert that we just come from. His name is Alpha Blonde. He visit Jamaica upon Sunsplash.
Things motor.
Blessed man.
Blessings, man. Yeah, man. We Al-Shabaab and Boko Haram, you know, they think the Jamaican army, along with those of the Caribbean, should work along with the African Union to deal with that situation there.
So what to the African army them?
Yeah, the African army them, of course, but you know. Yeah, them too, but Jamaica is an African country too, so. You know, fish one of them not nothing.
This one of them not nothing?
No. You know. That's what we have to be careful still, you know.
Yeah, that's suggestion.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so information they want to share otherwise, you know.
Yeah.
For those who want to assist in the preparation for the May 25th thingy at Malvern, there's an account number to the Theocratic Reynard and Irving Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth. The account number is 822199. Alright, 822199. Alright, for ones who want to contribute towards preparing for the event, you know. What does them two sound they want to know?
Alright, give thanks, Bridget. Give thanks.
Man.
Yeah.
Another thing again, the Peacemakers Association in Clarendon, they have been celebrating Reverend Henry's birthday on April 25th.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
Give thanks.
So the family can come in and join you know?
Yeah.
That's alright.
Yeah. Yes, you know that we will tell you that Dr. Sabe will be coming to Jamaica. Yes, in July. We are told that Dr. Sabe will be in Orchurus in July. We want you to remember that. We will give you further information as we go on, but at this moment in time, we think that is in Ocherios, him going to give some talks in Ocherios. That is Dr. Sebe, you know, so Dr. Sebe a big thing when it comes on to the food and the value of food. Yes. Cutting edge. Yeah.
Muta.
You're blessed man.
Greetings, Muta.
Highly.
And the whole chronic thing. I hear that you have some people on social media saying things about Marcus Garvey, like Marcus Garvey is probably Jamaica's first scammer and them thing there.
Oh, that them I say?
Yeah, and they insult Marcus Garvey, and it does start look on it.
So they want to do that in reaction to where everything about Obama?
Yeah.
Or they want to retaliate?
Yeah, retaliate.
Some Jamaican people say that, and some Jamaican people retaliate?
Yeah, man, Jamaican say that.
So Jamaican people, so now where things are come up to bomb then? Because our chronics about Obama now, they attack Marcus Garvey.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting, man.
And it's like say the field slave them not even know say them is slave, and the old slave them not even know say slave.
That means
them blissful in them ignorance too, and them love it.
So that means them love Obama more than Marcus Garvey.
Yeah.
And Marcus Garvey did not defend black people, and Obama now defend black people.
The situation of black people worse in America from Obama coming up.
What's that thing? So where's them I say? Where's them I say about Marcus Garvey? Let me hear what them I say about Marcus Garvey.
Well, you know, they're on Facebook, you know, but many people have say Marcus Garvey say chat foolishness to him for this Obama. Say Marcus Garvey are probably Jamaica's first scammer. That's why it's good to them.
I bet you say some university youth say that.
Most likely.
Yeah, man, I bet you say some university youth say it. Say Marcus Garvey are the first scammer.
Yeah.
Okay. And him scam, who scam?
The ear, most scam.
That's a new one to me, I know, because of the chronics about Obama. You have man now, we're going to attack Marcus Garvey. Wow.
And, you know, say, the funny thing about this Obama thing to black people, them same people who say them don't see color when them hear about Obama coming, them jump up like some idiots.
You say the black presidents are come.
Yeah, and
them don't see color.
The next thing is that all Obama has done for black people is just to be black, you know.
Yeah.
He haven't done anything really extraordinary.
For black people, of course not.
There's nothing that he can possibly do for black people because he's there in the white man system.
Yeah. Yes, Bridget.
All Obama needs to do is just be black. And black people satisfied.
Yeah.
That does show you how the mental slavery goes.
Mental slavery, yeah, man. Anyway,
yeah, man.
Give thanks, Bridget.
Give thanks. Look, Mota, you have a tribute to Lucky Dube, that poem there. My favorite one, that poem there. Man.
Oh, Lucky name, yeah. You want to hear it?
Yeah, man.
Alright, give thanks. Yes. Yeah, that's a good. I love it. Love it. Man, I attack Marcus Garvey, I know, because. So wait, you know, all them see probably just play with the American, them attack Obama now. I mean, all that have a workout now. Because I have dozens of them tape there from Americans who attack. I mean, I talk about high-up Americans, not you know, we talk about Americans where people know them, professors and things where, I mean, really. Yes.
Yeah. Cutting.
Yeah,
Alabama.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you fouled back on the rap, sir. See?
Yeah, man, I hear some of them, man. That's why you talk to me.
Our piece is still over there, sir.
No, man, that's why you talk to me. You will not talk to me, but you do over there, still.
No, there's internet and technology, man.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? It's omnipresent. Last week I was omnipresent, man.
Yeah. I tell you, yeah, man. So if the president come on there and the people them feel happy and the people them feel good, but what me I say is I think it more boost them self-esteem than it do anything else.
You have to watch now and see if nothing is set up.
So tell me what self-esteem it boost. Tell me, what is the self-esteem now?
No, well, when a man look upon it and say, boy, a black man dead, so that means a me can dead, so like especially all youth and youth, society
can them can't turn, which youth in Jamaica can turn the president of America?
Well, them well, maybe them not say, them no literal things say, boy, me can, but it boosts them to give them a push with, you know, to move towards certain things, you know? You know, see it. Because I just say to see a black man there, so.
So wait, look how much black people have in Jamaica we can boost. Or when I look upon them people there.
And that me I say, because even when Chronic say, and thing and man, I say, boy, I'm say that. But if I the Bush or one of them other president, the people do see it offensive. But through them, it blacks and he must see him as one of we, you know? Which really are not truly, not so it goes still. But because when me the people them are talking, you know, what's funny to me, and when they must say, yes, visa go free up, you know. And I
say that. They must say, don't you?
When them do, you know, when them do the vibe.
Then look how long we did. Watch out. When them did win that year too, you know.
Yeah, but the man understand say the visa I'm president and nothing to do nothing because it's a constitution and legislation said that. But him have to oversee, but in person I say, give the man their visa, give that. You understand? So, but most people would have say, yeah, everything free up now, you see president there.
No, but who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
When them do the opinion poll, man, and like on the road and talk to the people and say, what you think about the president being here? And that be every man I say, visa go free up now. And, you know, you know, see, but two years I look for something, so, you know, we have to look for something.
Yeah, we have to look for something, man. The big guys, I mean, it's terrible, it's terrible. It's terrible, you mean. And we're going to go on over there because we're confident in picture of good over evil. We're not stop over there, though.
Always.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, Bridget.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. Yeah.
Sir. You know, we want to read the article. We spoil the argument, then we go around the place. The topic here is Obama rejects plea for Marcus Garvey's pardon. That is the topic of this article. This is from 2011, and then it's updated, 2011. So you know that a petition was sent to Obama. This and that. And I remember this thing when Obama talked about it and said, it gone too long. Because you know it's about 90 years now. It gone since them did arrest Marcus Garvey in Atlanta. I think it's Atlanta. And really and truly, they said it was too expensive and it gone too long a time ago. So I don't know when I said no, because that was then. You know, given that him Sue left office, maybe he might decide, say, yeah, you know, so we're going to rethink this thing, yeah. So we don't know. Just like our Prime Minister talk about other things, and you know, when them things them are going to lose, them start to boost up the thing and make you feel good. Anyway, cutting edge. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome, my boss.
Yeah, me there, man, me there.
Yeah, I know, Muta. I like your program, man. Me not lie. First time calling, sir.
Where you call from?
Doing it, Park.
All right, sir.
Bless up, my boss, man. You know, I used to ever tune into your program, in the boss.
Yeah.
I be them called Gully, you know.
So, are you them Gully?
Yeah, man. So, welcome, my boss.
So where are they? You know, you say you got in England?
Nah, man. I go to the boss, man.
Ajaib, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I want to tune into one of the Sunday night down at home, you know.
Wait. Nobody talk about that. You hear me I say now?
Yeah.
You can change the name there now.
Doing it, Park?
No. You can change the name Gully.
Oh, I understand I'm making it do other people that give me my community.
Yeah, but you can't make people that gear things. I take it.
Yeah, but you don't know still. If I don't know you're a star in the mood.
So you're a star. You're a star in the area.
Just like you're a star to mood.
No, me a star. Me a son. Me a the son of my father. You understand? But what me I say?
Yeah.
Wait, listen to me I say now.
Yes, Muta.
Why them call you gully? You live on the gully bank, you sit down on gully at evening time, what you do?
No, Joe, because I know my father still, and them know some know my father still.
Oh, there's a my father thing running in your life?
Not really still, but I don't know.
So if you know, anybody will know my father named Gully?
Not really, but Joe,
why you name Gully? Because you run my father?
You go, I have to ask about the people tomorrow morning.
So you make people give a name, I don't know why them give the name.
No, but Joe, you don't know a nickname still and thing, you know?
I won't name Nick. A nickname you have?
I don't know.
So a nickname you have then? Say Nick, suppose Nick ask you about his name, what you going to do?
Nah, man, you will go and move that.
Oh, Nick don't want his name, alright.
No, Nick don't want his name, you know? But me not lie, me enjoy the program still, and right now, nice system set up by no motor.
Yeah.
I have to listen to man like one or two, you know, because I'm a godfather, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
we have to move.
You can big up one somebody motor.
Yeah, alright. Yes, EL. Man, say my nickname. You know, you never say my nickname. I want to know who name. Oh, people have texted for Nicks or answer. Everybody's on texted for boy, me have nickname. Why everybody want a nickname? Why don't want a same own name? Yes, give thanks, precious. EL.
Greetings, Zion.
Blessed man. What you know, man? I hope you don't have nickname neither, you know. I hope you don't take a nickname, you know. Everybody take a nickname. Eh?
Nick na Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's what I say. Everybody have nickname. That's a terrible thing. You know, so we're going to talk to Nick about it.
Yeah.
We have to go up on the North Pole and talk to Nick, you know.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Listen. This matter here with the singer you. It's what him say. You know, say. We check this out. We didn't hear from beginning one, but then we hear them say a virgin a biggie come shy, a virgin a biggie shy a stone. And I say, why you really say? And then me get to find out how this thing go. And then me get some feet forward after that, and me hear Ras Michael, you know, I think say the drummer Ras Michael. You know what that thing say.
You mean Ras Michael will live at Elia? Ras Michael sons of Nego?
Yes.
Yeah. What him say?
And he must say that the youth misguided and the youth can't talk them things about a president and he must say His Majesty wouldn't do things
Let
like
me know
that.
your man say burn the Pope, Rasta. What happened? The Pope, no? I official bigger than all everybody in the world and me your man say lightning for the Pope. Come on, man, I say lightning. So, nobody now against people who say lightning for the Pope. And the Pope is a high sent from God, vicar of Christ, head of the Roman Catholic Church. And me, your Rasta man, including Ras Michael, say, fire burn the Pope. So that's not disrespectful to the Pope.
You know, sir, when me look into this whole thing, you know, they say it's offensive to it's offensive, but it's offensive to who? We don't hear.
Who is offend?
That may say.
It's only offend. You watch out. You see the people who say it's offensive.
It's offend them.
It's them. It's offending them because they're frightened.
Them it's offend because of the ulterior motive in our visa. Me just hear the virgin talk a while ago, you know, about the visa thing with free up thing, you know. And this is the whole thing about this thing, you know. And the music fraternity, you know.
Yes.
That is the concern near here, you know.
Most musicians are just sing them and sing. Most musicians are sing them and sing.
With Jamaica, it's a terrible situation, you know, right?
Most musicians is minstrels. You know minstrels? Yeah, most musicians is minstrels, man. You know, like puppets and a string, black skin, white mask.
Man.
Yes.
Why all of them just jump on the youth like that?
Because them feel insecure. Them feel say Obama people them are gonna say. Wait, no, hear what them feel. Them feel say Obama gonna say, oh, so that them really think of me. Alright, you know we're gonna send helicopter and drone down here and kill them off.
we don't even hear response. Perhaps these people don't even even if they know. Me sure they don't even. Me sure Obama must just smile, pan a sound like
Obama could have said, "Oh, that's a brave youth, man. I would love him to come up to America here and let me carry him to Afghanistan or something like that." Anyway, we have to move, though, Bridget. We have to move.
Yes, I am.
We have to move.
Black and primacy, you know.
Yes, of course. I mean, yes. We're not about to that. Anyway, article. Some people they send a petition to Obama, to Obama and his colleagues them, and one night was that I was the person who's writing who sent it say I was therefore surprised. Actually, I read the whole line, but I think I can't read the whole line tomorrow still. I was therefore quite surprised to read in the Jamaica Observer. This is from 2011 we are talking about that the Obama administration had flatly rejected requests for a presidential pardon. This was when people talk about pardon and not exoneration. You understand? It said, I was therefore quite surprised to read in the Jamaica Observer that the Obama administration had flatly rejected requests for a presidential pardon for Jamaica First National Hero, the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey, on the grounds that it would be, quote, a waste of time and resources, unquote. Quote, a waste of time and resources, unquote, since Garvey had been dead for ages. No, this is where the problem lie in that quote. It is a waste of time if we come talk about pardon Garvey now because they want to take up too much money, and in 90 years ago that happened. A waste of time. In context where I put the thing. In context. The government of Obama say it's a waste of time if we come talk about pardon Marcus Garvey when it ever cost too much money and it happened too long ago. Yet still, Mr. Obama pardon a turkey where them never kill and eat for Thanksgiving. Them never bother kill it because Obama pardon it. Given that is not 90 years ago, but that is a turkey, brethren. You know what? Millions of turkey dead when Thanksgiving come. So, a waste of time. The quote is a waste of time. W-A-S-T-E. Waste of time. For pardon Marcus Garvey. And that is where this whole uproar come from. Obama rejects plea for Marcus Garvey's pardon. Black people, we're in a serious mess. And you know the problem with it? That we are laid down in the mess and love it. And feel it's a pastapedic bed. Can you imagine a man have you laid down in a filth? When I talk about individual man, I don't know what say man. But a system have you laid down in your filth and feel filth and other people filth. And you start to feel nice tonight. How the hell them get if you do that? How did they get us to love our own filth? Sir. And you know, sometimes we are beg to stay night, you know. Sometimes we ask, please, slave master, don't set me free. Don't set me free. Them niggas down the road don't know how to govern people. Them niggas down the road are kill we off. Please, we safer with you, master. We safer with you. Don't set me free. Please, may I tell you? What a kangaranga benge denge. Eh? This is the cutting edge and IRFM, make me give a little more a lucky dube. Or look for the youth, the one with the youth them ask the youth after a while ago. The first time I read poem to a dancer is she was the dancer for the poem. And we read an article on Facebook where she say she talk about her son and her family, and Chronics was part of that, you know, evolution. And from him gone out there, so him forget where him come from, who is the real waste man. Now, the problem I see with this thing here, especially with the Rasta them who are criticizing this thing here now. When the youth say in relationship to Marcus Garvey, because we not stop saying it, you know, because we know say Andrew don't like when we repeat program, you know. But you see, this is what I say tonight, yeah, believe you me. A whole heap of what I say tonight, I'm going to say tomorrow, you know. But hear me I say now. If a Rasta in a Jamaica say, I mean I say it non-apologetically, if a Rasta in a Jamaica say, Chronics is disrespectful of Obama, how him feel for when him say to burn the Pope, when the Pope and as a matter of fact the Pope is a higher man and more respected in the world than Obama? How is it that these same Rasta are disrespect the Pope by saying fire for the Pope, burn the Pope? And that I want to ask a question, give her your answer. The same people them will say disrespect to Obama. How come them are disrespect the Pope? For so much years them are disrespect the Pope. And that me want to ask. So give me an answer. I mean I talk about the ballot people them out there. I talk about the rest of them who say Chronics are disrespect Obama. If Chronics are disrespect Obama, are disrespect the Pope. That me I say. So, figure that out. Figure that out. Why is Obama is have more respect than the Pope? Don't tell me about no history of no Pope and Bible this and Bible that and Bible that. The Pope is a human being where is the head of one of the biggest denomination churches. About 1 billion people. About 1 billion people is ruled and governed by the Pope. The population of America is 300 million. That means that the Pope govern. If you put 300 million into 1 billion, you see that the Pope is a much larger leader than Obama. Yet still, the same Rasta who criticize the youth because him said something defending Marcus Garvey and what the popes and what was said by the administration about the waste time and waste energy for to talk about exonerate Marcus Garvey. How come you not disrespect the Pope? Tell me that. What has the Pope done? I don't know if the Pope sending bombs and guns to blow up people. I don't know of the Pope sending bombs and drones and armies into nation to kill our people. So, wanna tell me that? Tell me that. Answer me. Yes, answer me before no put stone over there, so watch where the stone don't slingshot pan on and bounce back. You understand? Because long time we there burn the Pope. So what the difference between the Pope and Obama? That the Pope should have less respect and Obama have more respect. What is the difference? Because I'm black. You did have Pope, you did have black Pope in our history. You did have a woman Pope in our history. Where this guy herself for years and nobody never knows that she was a woman. So, it's a simple thing. Simple thing, you know. Simple thing. You better watch on that do. You know, see it? Watch on that do, you know. Because no guy, and we all sound like the Prime Minister here, so no guy, we have the spirit of Marcus Garvey in a way. We have the spirit of Paul Bogle in a way. And we're not going to make no guy come pacify we. Yes. Hey, I want to all right. All right, sir. We can't we find that issue. We don't have to talk around the promotion. Over the week, so we want to give thanks to the moment, give thanks to the time and the energy. You listen to Third World. Yeah, man. 40 years of music. Oh, I yell up Cat Core. And the man called Daily. We had a wonderful time. You know, I don't think they'll arrest them there, you understand? Don't think they'll arrest them there, but I want to yell up Cat Core and Daily, yes. Here with us in West Africa. But I tell you, say, the youth, them tight. Morgan Rich is tight. Man, Matrix is in the house, believe you me. Matrix. We don't have to know about Matrix tonight, you know, believe you me. We don't have to know about Matrix tonight. But totally. I tell you, say, what time it is now? 2 o'clock, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock. You know which part me I come from. 7 o'clock in the bar, say what Lou say. I sleep and I do the program right now. I sleep right now. You know, don't say I sleep and I do the program, you know. So, anything I did tonight, anything was said tonight is not the responsibility of Mutabaruka.
Anything you said tonight was jet lag.
No, not representative. I'm making a disclaimer here. Believe you me, I'm making a disclaimer here. Anyway, disclaimer. We don't disclaim not what we say. Not at all what we say, we don't disclaim it. Anyway, I got regard to little boy, you know. We're going to this bridge here. As we say, this bridge here. Rough on stage, man. May I tell you, when I see my walk on the stage, it seems like an Israel vibration. You know, it's like, see him, you know, what them call it, physically challenged. Yes. I look like him can't see good need that, you know, but me I tell him, when the man said the stage, man, his presence on the stage was rough, man. Him name Ishmael Isaac. That's his name. Ishmael Isaac. So,
cause nothing here seems wrong. Now wasted all my years. Wasted all those tears. And nothing had a chance to be good. Seems like nothing ever